Oh, she's history, all right. Hi, good morning. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You're listening to Ethan Van Sciver, 25-year veteran of this comic book industry and a great big Star Wars fan. A lot of people are worried about this. Star Wars is Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah, Star Wars is burden to bear, at least for a little while longer. She's making Academy Award history just before Star Wars and Star Wars fans make Kathleen Kennedy history. Yeah, she deserves an award. She does. Kathleen Kennedy deserves an award at the Oscars. And in other news, monkeys are flying out of the butts of little fairies everywhere. What is it? What is this, an onion? Is that onion in love with me? What the hell? I don't get it. I don't understand. But you know what? That's why they call me a boomer. Let's find out what's up here. Well, Hollywood. What the oh my God. Alright, at least it wasn't porn. While Hollywood has vastly been known as a male-dominated industry, some women have been able to break the mold and find a place to lose the studio $80 million. Just look at current Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy. The Star Wars producer has been involved in the making of over 60 films. She's brought coffee to Steven Spielberg while he was making nearly 60 films that have collectively grossed more than $15 billion worldwide. That was a damn fine cup of coffee. These projects range from sci-fi classics such as E.T., the Extraterrestrial, to other Best Picture nominees such as The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Who wrote this? She was involved with the Indiana Jones movies. Why are you bringing up this movie? Curious Case of Benjamin Button. My God, what are you, 12 years old? Get a little history lesson. Learn something about film. She also had something to do with Goonies, I'm pretty sure. That's very important. No, maybe not. Did she have? No. Gremlins? One of those movies in the 1980s that began with G that sounded silly. Could have been, not Ghoulies. Ghoulies were those little guys who came out of your toilet. Ghoulies, Gremlins, Goonies. Yeah, her dominance in the industry. Ryan Johnson, were you dominated by Kathleen Kennedy? I ask you. Has now led the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences to recognize her achievements. Kennedy will be the first woman to receive the Irving G. Thalberg Memorial Award alongside her producing partner and husband and the guy who kind of shakes his head a lot and says, whatever, dear, Frank Marshall. According to Entertainment Weekly, the Academy's Board of Directors recently made the decision to recognize the pair. It's a joint award. It is a joint award. I see. Which will be presented to them at the 10th Annual Governor's Award on November 18th. Kathleen Kennedy and Frank Marshall will be joining Hollywood influencers such as Walt Disney, Alfred Hitchcock. I hope not. Both of those fellows are dead. And Francis Ford Coppola, who I don't think is dead yet, who have also been awarded the honor of the Academy's almost 100 years of recipients of the award. Okay, I just had to pause for a minute and double check Google to see that Francis Ford Coppola was still with us. I mean, saying that somebody is going to join 3 dead people would be kind of a threat, I think. I would take it as a threat from the Academy. Fortunately, Francis Ford Coppola is still alive. He's still kicking. It. Kennedy and Marshall co-founded Amblin Productions with Steven Spielberg back in 1981. Back when Donkey Kong was a new game, Pac-Man. Good days. With a hand in numerous big hits such as the Back to the Future trilogy and the Jurassic Park films. And yet, the person who wrote this article brings up The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. That's right. Very weird choice of films to discuss. The collaborating partners also established the Kennedy Marshall Company in 1991, producing Best Picture nominees such as The Sixth Sense, Seabiscuit, and Munich. The distinctive honor recognizes extraordinary distinction and lifetime achievement, exceptional contributions to film, or outstanding service to the Academy. Kathleen Kennedy has certainly moved to the top of the industry right next to her husband since the start. Her first Hollywood gig was as secretary to Steven Spielberg on the production of 1941. That was not the year 1941. That's a movie called 1941. When the legendary filmmaker was exposed to her good production ideas. I have an idea. You want some coffee? Yeah, coffee sounds good. That was a good idea. She had the opportunity to work on Raiders of the Lost Ark and Poltergeist early in her career. Poltergeist is one of my favorite movies. So is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now she is best known as the president of LUCASFILM since Disney acquired the company in 2012 for more than $4 billion. Kathleen Kennedy is the woman known as, she's the person known as the woman who has lost Disney, LUCASFILM, probably more, I would say over $1 billion. Why would I say that? I'd say that because The Force Awakens earned a staggering $2.1 billion. And then her next boneheaded move was to give the sequel, not back to J.J. Abrams, certainly not, but to Rian Johnson, who immediately cut that total in half and divided the fandom in half as well, mocked, scorned, and belittled everyone, and then caused fandom to retreat to such a degree, to such an extent, this round-headed fool, and the fact that he made Kathleen Kennedy, a married woman, very, very comfortable. He ended up costing the studio $80 million when Solo, a Soy Wars story, came out. Solo, a Soy Wars story. And nobody went to see it. Nobody went to see it. Yes. That's her achievement. Kathleen Kennedy is currently hard at work driving Star Wars completely into the ground. She has put together the creative team, starting with Star Wars The Force Awakens. That's right. And then she destroyed them. And she has since had a hand in Rogue One, The Last Jedi, and Solo, a Soy Wars story. I bet she didn't want you to mention that. The new franchise has dealt with a couple of director swaps. I think 4. Part of the difficult decisions. Very difficult. Get them out of here. They're bothering me. She had to make these decisions as a Lucasfilm president. Nice job. Let me hire these people. Let me realize that I don't like what they're doing or they're incompetent. Let me fire 4. Is it 4 or 5? Let me count real quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 directors in a row. 4 directors. That's unprecedented, I believe. That's unprecedented to hire and fire 4 directors publicly like that. Good job. Yeah, it was difficult. It was a difficult decision. Solo's production problems, leading director Ron Howard to step in late in development, could have contributed to the recent Star Wars film to flop at the box office. That's one of the reasons. Ron Howard did the best he could. Opie did the absolute best he could. Opie, save this failing franchise. Can do. Come in there and make it viewable. People walked out of that movie saying it wasn't bad. Yeah, it was good. Nobody is going to watch Solo ever again. It's going to be the first completely disposable Star Wars movie. That is the legacy of Kathleen Kennedy. While being a Hollywood big shot producer is undoubtedly a difficult one, it is hard. Kathleen Kennedy has been a part of some impactful films that will always be memorable in the industry. So thank you, Steven Spielberg, for giving this plucky gal a shot, foisting her upon us, where she has ruined Star Wars in her short time at the head of Lucasfilm. Appreciate it. And in almost 100 years of the distinctive award she's received, it's about time a woman executive has made so many achievements in a lifetime and been recognized for it. This is garbage tier. Whatever. Where's a picture of Kathleen Kennedy, by the way? Do we have one here? No. There's no picture of Kathleen Kennedy. You put a picture of Ray. You put a picture of Daisy Ridley Ray in this article. Cinema Blend. Garbage tier. Garbage tier Cinema Blend. Whatever. Give her whatever you want. Just get her out of here. I mean, give her an award to say, hey, sorry, we're about to publicly humiliate you. You have to leave. Which is what this is. I mean, let's be honest with you. This is what they do. Michael Jackson, it's hard to remember now because when Michael Jackson died, everyone suddenly went, why didn't we appreciate Michael Jackson more? We would have gone to a Michael Jackson concert, not so while he was alive. All through the late 90s and all the way to 2008, which I believe was the end of his life, Michael Jackson was basically a joke, and a weird joke at that. He kept kind of having these award ceremonies give him awards. And they would do it too. I mean, I think he actually paid them to do it. That's an allegation on my part. I think he actually would pay them there was some kind of ambivalent sort of person would get up and kind of go, yeah, well, for achievement in music video, specialty, love, magic, across the universe award, we would like to this award. It's the first time we've ever there haven't been any prior recipients nor subsequent recipients in the future. But we'd like to donate or award this to Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson would come out looking all skinny and frail. He'd receive it, and they'd boot him out the back door. It was just something to keep him quiet. That's what this is right here. This is something to keep Kathleen Kennedy quiet. This is your honorarium. Now get the hell out of here. I like it. I dig it. I will watch this. I'm going to watch the Academy Awards. I'm going to comment on it. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy seeing Kathleen Kennedy get her Goodbye Award. Goodbye, Kathleen Kennedy. Out of here. Join the fandom menace and execute your own Order 66 with our incredible line of t-shirts, Soylo, a Soy Wars story, Tico, a Soy Wars story, and our brand new smoking hot Soy Wars Plan 9. Make a statement today. This is the only trilogy you'll ever need. The link is below in the description. Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the laughing man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.